want to go out to the Oliver Thomas party next, and we have Brandon Walker, Brianna Boudreaux standing by there. You know, all of these places where we checked in with you all an hour ago, things were slowed moving, kind of everybody's setting up out there. So is there a crowd gathering for Oliver Thomas?
Yeah, well, Katie, the crowd is beginning to gather for Councilman Thomas at the moment. Not quite as crowded as what you saw there from Devin and Charisse, but the room is beginning to get packed here. People are beginning to file in and grab a seat waiting for Councilman Thomas to get in. We can actually take a pan of the room right now and see for yourself here at Maison Blanche, the event venue, as I said, not the department store, but of course we know where the name comes from. Team Thomas says that they are confident that they will do well tonight. They are confident. They say that they will be able to push Helena Moreno into a runoff. They also say that they are confident that they will edge out Royce Duplessis.
And that confidence is something both you and I witnessed today when we were out and about. I know you were speaking to some of those supporters in Algiers. I was doing the same uptown, and just hearing from them, a lot of them said, you know, he's focusing on making more transparency a thing as far as if he were to be chosen as mayor. He said that that was something that he expected, you know, to take place with his campaign, because he said, frankly, a lot of people have mistrust when it comes to the government. And a lot of those supporters, I think for both of us, reflected that and said, we feel that he has tangible ways that he has laid out that if elected mayor would be able to make some of those changes right away. We talked about some of those that he has listed on his website if you're interested in learning more. The 311 tracking system. Right. So if there's a problem, something you see wrong with the government, there's a tangible way for you to see that problem once it is addressed, see where it is as it is being dealt with, and kind of seeing what the resolution is. It's a way that you can actually track it. Another way was having different city hall locations, so that there are satellite places where people can go and deal with real issues rather than having to go to one location that for some may not be accessible.
And that includes here in New Orleans East, District E, which is Councilman Thomas's district on the City Council. New Orleans East has been a major part of his campaign, a major part of his proposal if ultimately elected mayor, among other things, in figuring out what industry should be in New Orleans, in Louisiana. Well, it is tourism. Oliver Thomas saying that we need to lean into that even more so than what we do, saying that we already do quite well, but it's time to use communities, for instance, such as New Orleans East, introduce ecotourism, for instance, and those are plans that he says that he would implement if elected.
Yeah, so the room right now, people talking amongst themselves, people talking with one another, looking at their phones, checking, of course, those polling numbers. And we are going to stay here all night long to give you this reaction from the group here. Also going to hear from Oliver Thomas once he does arrive. You see the podium set up here behind us, and we'll keep you updated on all things the election here from the headquarters with Oliver Thomas.
No, so things back to you, Katie.
All right. Thanks so much, Brandon and Brianna. And